Alrighty, folks, thanks for clicking on the channel. Thanks for clicking on this video. James Cards FC here. Today, I'm going to be talking about something a little bit different from what I normally talk about. I got an idea last night and into this morning that I kept thinking about, and the more I thought about it, the more I think this needs to happen for the soccer card market. And so I'm going to be taking you guys through this idea that I've been brainstorming today, and hopefully by the end of this, you guys agree with me, can give you your own opinions on it. But I think this is a really cool idea for the soccer card market. Panini, Topes, if this video does get to you, I will take credit for the idea, but please just get this in place because I think this could do the soccer card market as well as some other markets a ton of good in the present and future. And so without further ado, I want to go ahead and get into this idea that I had. So let's start off with what led me down this path. And so last night on eBay, at least time of recording this video, there's a very interesting sale. So on the left-hand side, you see that this population for $20,000 Messi rookie card right here that says Axio down below. This is the Catalan version of this Messi rookie versus the Spanish one, which is on the right-hand side, is a Pop 78, sells for around $6,000. So a massive difference in sales volume, despite the fact that the cards are almost exactly the same. The only thing that is different about the cards is the Axio versus Axion in the card text. Everything else is exactly the same, and yet because of the population difference, this one sells for an extremely high premium because it is only Pop 4. And the reason for that is not just that it's Pop 4, it's that if you want to complete the Messi rookie set in PSA 10, the Axio is the ultimate key. So if you're trying to complete the Messi Barca Campeón set, or Barca Campeón set, or if you're just trying to complete every Messi rookie in PSA 10, this is among the hardest or the hardest to be able to complete. And with it being only Pop 4, this might have been the only chance you have to acquire one. There's a likely scenario that the 4 people that are holding them right now don't want to sell them at all, and they're in Diamond Hands collections. They will never see the market again. So this might have been the only opportunity to acquire one. And so if you're in the market for this, I apologize. If you didn't have the $20,000 like myself, I did not have the $20,000 to spend on this. I would have loved to, but yeah, no, just not in the place to do that right now. But I definitely can see why this card got the sale that it did. So the last point here is key. Since it is needed to complete the set, prices can get crazy. And that is what led me into the idea that we'll discuss today. And that centers around squad building challenges in FIFA Ultimate Team. So if you're not familiar, it is a feature in FIFA Ultimate Team that rewards you with packs, coins, or cards for building out specific squads. So an example of how this works would be in order to earn this Santos version of Neymar card, you would need to create a squad with at least one player from Brazil, at least one inform or special card, a minimum squad rating of 85 overall, and a minimum chemistry rating of 85 overall as well. And so if you're able to put together a squad using the market or packs to acquire these cards, you can then exchange all of those for this Neymar card. So this boosts the FIFA market in two different ways. So it gives users the opportunity to obtain a new and exciting card. So, for example, if you can't afford some of the crazy informed versions of Neymar, perhaps you can afford this 87 overall version, and it's a Santos Neymar, so it's different from the other ones. It's a really cool card, and so it gives you the opportunity to acquire something that is new and fresh and keeps the market and the game interesting. On the other hand, it also can cause surges on many cards that end up being keys to completing the SBC. So an example of this would be this Bremer card right here. This is a center back. These are just fake values, but let's say it costs you around 20,000 in-game coins. This is, at least based on its statistics and its league and all that kind of stuff, an unpopular inform card. This wouldn't be commonly used in game. It's more just sitting on the sidelines for SBCs. Maybe you use it in a team, but due to it being an inform and how expensive informs can be, it's probably not going to be used in game out that often. So if this card ends up being, it could end up being very, very valuable for the following reason. If a Brazilian inform is required for an SBC, so for example, if this Neymar inform, instead of it saying at least one inform card in general, if it said you need one inform Brazilian card, then this card could see a big surge in its price. It could go from 20K to 40K literally within minutes because it now becomes the key to completing the SBC, and the floor price of all the Brazil informs start to explode. And so with this blueprint, you can start to see how this would work really, really well in the physical soccer card market as well, which is what I will cover in the next slide. So, squad building challenges in physical cards. This is a feature from Topps or Panini, potentially, that would allow you to exchange a squad of cards for an exclusive reward card or pack. So an example I give here is in order to earn an exclusive 2021-2022 Topps Chrome Sapphire Barcelona Parallel Gavi rookie, you would need to submit a full Barcelona team set of yellow numbered out of 99 cards from that set, and this would cause the Gavi to be extremely low print, possibly less than 10, because it'd be really hard to pick up all those yellow cards of all the FC Barcelona players in the amount of time that you would need to complete the SBC. So just an example of the card I'm talking about here, imagine that the Sapphire background, instead of being this blue color or the green color or the yellow color or the orange color, is FC Barcelona colors in the background, and it's limited to a print run of probably less than 10, maybe even less than 5. That, in my opinion, would be really, really cool to have. It creates this great story around this new card. It creates a chase. It creates all kinds of hype around the product. So that's just one example of how this could work. In the other example I give, in order to earn an exclusive 2021-2022 Topps Chrome Bundesliga on-card auto pack, which would feature a random on-card autograph from a random checklist that they would generate, you would submit a Prism Refractor numbered out of 199 of one player from each club in the checklist, and then you could end up getting a card like this Giovanni Reina. So Topps Chrome Bundesliga 2021-22, if you're not familiar, has been getting killed on the secondary market. The box prices started out at a couple $100. It's dropped down to $100, and now I believe they're down around $50 to $70 a box because the checklist is really weak. There's not really any rookies to chase, and the product just isn't that strong this year. But if you have something like this can really boost the different cards in the product and allows you another chase on top of the product itself. So I give the example here. This is a random goalkeeper from a random Bundesliga team Prism card out of 199. It sells for not even $1 on eBay, and this is the PK yellow FC Barcelona Sapphire card from the 2021 Sapphire set. I say it probably sells for around $5. One has not sold, but that's what I expect the price of it probably to be. And so in the current iteration of the market, both these cards are complete junk, and they have no present, future value, or use cases, and so there's just no reason to hold them. If this were in place, these could end up being required for an exclusive reward, and that could send their prices ballooning. So, for example, this goalkeeper card, instead of being $1, is now $20 because you need a Prism card from his team in order to complete the on-card autograph reward set. The PK, for example, you specifically need a PK yellow out of 99 in order to complete the Gavi rookie challenge that we talked about here. So this card balloons from $5 to $50. This could balloon even higher, honestly, in my opinion, just based on how great the reward would be to have the Gavi and how hard this would be to complete. So in any event, overnight, these cards become reward keys for a limited amount of time and potentially a longer amount of time in the future, just depending on how Topps Panini wanted to do it. But this gives value to the cards that were previously seen as complete junk and had no possible use case in our current iteration of the market. So, last slide here, just talking about benefits to the soccer card market in general. This keeps the market alive in a way that it is currently not. The market is currently sitting in wait for reactions and player performance in order to move, whereas in the FIFA Ultimate Team market, things move all the time based on who's popular in the game, how the meta in the game is, and importantly, the SBCs and who is needed in order to complete SBCs at the time, so people can get the more exclusive cards and packs that they're chasing. So, you could have new reward challenges every month that must be completed in 30 days. And then after that, the reward goes away, everything goes back to normal, and you wait for the next reward challenge to come up. So this opens new strategies for how to play the market. You could try cornering the market on PK Sapphire parallels on release week in hopes of them being needed for a future reward challenge. So, for example, a product drops and for a few week period, there's no SBCs, and then at a certain date, they start deploying the SBCs for that product. So, for example, if you had stocked up on PK Sapphires and all of a sudden the Gavi SBC gets released and you need a PK Yellow Sapphire in order to complete it, you now have the market cornered on those PK Sapphires, and you're in line to make a big payday on those PK Sapphires just because you thought this SBC might be coming. You made a good gamble, and it paid off for you in the term in which the reward comes to market. So opens up a whole new strategy, especially on the low end of cards, for more market activity. It also creates new chase cards that have unique stories. So, for example, with the Gavi example, in the future, people could say things like, the only way to obtain the super short print Gavi FC Barcelona Sapphire parallel was to submit a yellow FC Barcelona team set to Topps in exchange for the card. I think that creates a really cool narrative, and now you have a card that, rather than rather than it just being spit out from the printer, it has this whole story and legacy to it, and you can really get into the weeds of how important and how cool this card was when it came out and how hard it was to obtain. So I think that's really cool. It creates cards with unique stories, which is something that I think the market suffers a lot from today. And then the last point here, it makes breaking more appealing. And this is when I'm speaking directly to Panini and Topps. This will make your breaking your products more appealing than it is currently. If you know that you're going to need cards for reward challenges in the future, you might be more interested in opening boxes rather than trying to obtain the keys or future keys from the secondary market. And here's an example that I give. If a Serginho Dest Yellow Sapphire is the only card that you're missing to complete the Gavi challenge and there's none listed on eBay, what do you do? There will be people that start chasing opening product trying to get that Serginho Dest Yellow Sapphire that nobody has in order to complete that Gavi challenge before the time runs out, which increases the chase of buying boxes and breaking boxes for the product during that limited time run. So you're welcome, Topps. You're welcome, Panini. That is how you can start moving products that you're having trouble moving, like Bundesliga Chrome or some of these other products. SBCs are the way you can eventually, it's a way for you guys to move products. So you're welcome for that, and you're welcome for this whole idea. And the example I give down here is there's a Yusuf Poulsen Prism out of 199 and an Ozan Kabak Prism out of 199. Two of these, two each, sold for $2 with free shipping. These are complete junk cards that could end up being super valuable keys down the road if SBCs were a thing, squad building challenges for physical cards. So, for example, if you need the Prism 189 refractor of one player from each team, then these would then increase in price, and they could eventually be worth something if that's the reward needed to complete the on-card auto pack or whatever it was that I referenced previously. So that will go ahead and conclude today's video. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on this idea that I had, this brainstorming session that I did with myself last night and today. I think this is a great idea. I would love to see something like this implemented. It opens up the market to a whole new list of possibilities and really increases the activity on new sets and sets that may not be seen as super valuable. We could have these chase cards or chase packs in them. So I think this is a brilliant idea. Please pick it apart in the comments. Let me know why this is no good or why you agree that this is good. I'd love to have a discussion on this. Like I said, yeah, just super excited about it. Topps, Panini, please reach out to me. Let's get this done. And yeah, works for FIFA amazingly, and I think it could work really well for the physical card market as well. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. And yeah, that will do it.